the reality is you control your own adrenal function. You can access as much adrenaline as you want because you choose it. But we tend to not step into that response ability, right? So I just want you to have an experience of that right now. So you're sitting in the seat, and I'm going to give you a bunch of audio triggers to have this experience, okay? And so right now, I'm going to ask you to stand up. So if I could ask you to stand up. Well done, and sit down. Okay? So what signals, what triggers was I sending to you? It was really, so this is what you were hearing, right? And by the way, this is also the formation of Ericksonian hypnosis, right? So I'm sending you these triggers with a voice that sounds like this, and I'm showing you motions that go like this. So I'm communicating melatonin to your brain, and yet you fought those impulses with a choice you made to stand up. So you had to access just enough adrenaline to be able to stand up out of your seat at whatever pace, but your pace was matching mine, right? So let's try something different. All of a sudden, we had been like that and we were doing like that. Well, I'm going to count to 3, and at the end of 3, I actually want you to stand up. But this time I want you to do it as fast as you possibly can with as much energy and a zest. But stay safe. I don't want anybody hurting themselves. But when I count to 3, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. What did it go? Awesome, awesome, well done. You're a fighter, you are. A mismatcher we have. All right, with that same zest and energy, sit down safely. Okay? What changed? Okay? You had energy to stand up. Okay? Oh crap, Fran is doing this weird thing. Yeah. You just made a choice to do something that accessed what we call the 3 P'ologies of neurology. Psychology, physiology, and phenomenology. Right? So the psychology is, what am I thinking? What choices am I making? What decisions am I making that could potentially trigger a release of some type of chemistry for me? So if I have a command statement to the brain going, I'm so tired, okay? And what do we do physiologically if I go, I'm so tired? You slouch in your chair, right? Well, all of a sudden now we're compressing the amount of oxygenation that we're taking in, and breath becomes shallow, right? So instead of here, it's moving upward into the chest. What do we do when we get stressed, though? Where does breath go then when we're stressed? Even higher, it goes to here, right? And now we're going to hyperventilate. Means we're not oxygenating. We've got too much carbon dioxide in the system, and we're not doing that balanced exchange. But you chose energy, right? You did the reverse of it, and when I started doing that, your physiology, whether you realized it or not, your physiology changed. You were sitting differently. You kind of prepared your feet because of the sound of my voice, the volume, the speed at which I was speaking, and the actions that I was showing you. I'm giving you auditory and visual triggers that caused you to change your physiology in your seat, even though you didn't realize it. Because you were preparing to stand up. You were already pumping the adrenal system because you knew you were going to stand soon. Yeah? You chose, however much adrenaline, to stand up at exactly the speed that you wanted to. Because I didn't tell you how fast you had to do it. You chose that. Yeah? Can you see that this is part of our distinction between I-lock and E-lock? Are we at victim of our energy levels? Well, there can be some things that cause that, yes. But for the most part, we talk ourselves into it. Oh, it's Monday. Yeah. Any of you have a case of Monday-itis? Okay? And do we start Monday-itis on Sunday night? Just a question. Do we stop enjoying our weekend because our psychobabble is going, oh, tomorrow's Monday. Gotta go to work again, right?